Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's The Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nolan Show, and so glad you decided to tune in and spend a little time with us. Here with us in the studio, as always, we got Heather Lewis. How you doing today, Heather?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. And then we got Matt Fowler joining us, another one of our team members. He's been on here before. Maybe you guys remember that. How you doing today, Matt?
You know, Chris, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, so far, so good. It's been a lot of stuff going on. And I know we wanted to have you on here because today we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on with the market shifting and also some of the things that we come up with when we're dealing with buyers. Now, you just had one just recently, and this particular one, we went under contract.
Right.
And then we did the inspections.
Yes.
Right. And then what happened when we had the inspections?
So the inspection turned out to have, it was a very in-depth inspection that was done. It ended up having some issues. Okay. With the home, more than what the buyers were interested in seeing take place.
Okay.
End result is they didn't want to follow through on it and thought that they'd be better off looking for other homes.
Okay.
On it.
Now, we had, obviously, every house we're going to find something, but there was some pretty major issues with this house, correct?
This is correct. Yeah, there's roof issues here. There's mold issues taking place, plumbing issues, septic issues, some wood rot.
Now, plumbing issues, let's hit that for a second, because on this particular one, there was it looked like the homeowner had done some of the plumbing issues himself, correct?
That's correct, yeah. Apparently, he's a plumber by trade.
Okay.
Pulled out the plumbing, put in PEX line throughout the home there. But we're questioning, the inspector's questioning if it was actually done to code, to Florida code. Okay. On it, we see some sweating taking place and connections there, too. Okay. So. Yeah, that's the issue.
Well, I think they actually say a plumber usually has leaky pipes at home, right?
Right.
So, I mean, this is right in line with that. But the point is, the reason why I wanted to bring that up is we get insurance or warranties or whatever on our appliances, our cell phones, our computers. I mean, they'll offer them to you for just about for your blender. Right. And a lot of people are very concerned with going into a house. Oh, I got to spend money on a home inspection. Mm-hmm. But this is the prime example of why we do a home inspection. For a while, we were doing a lot of homes, and certain people were saying that you waive inspections. Never a good idea. And this is the prime example of, unless you just plan on demolishing the house, you got to get a home inspection. Here's a family that was going to use a loan product, right? Mortgage a home, just like most of us would do.
That's right.
And it's a big investment. They're going to be paying on that investment for the next 30 years. But we want to make sure it's a sound investment. And that's why we do the home inspection. And that is the prime example right there, and it worked out, right?
Yeah, exactly. It worked out. This is obviously, in the end result is you don't want to see this take place.
Right.
You want it to move forward, but you have to be comfortable with your home. So the buyers, it's catch-22. They're upset because they spent the money, not upset at us.
Right.
Just disappointed, I should say, that they put the money out there and now they're not going to get it. But this was the cheap insurance, right? This is why you do this, like you're mentioning here. Yeah. So you're not locked into the price of the home. You're not stuck with it for the 30 years that you mentioned, or have to try to sell it off later.
Right.
It should take burden off your shoulders right there. So we don't like to offer homes without an inspection period because while it's a little bit of a cost, it is cheap insurance.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It helps to find so many things. Now, Heather, you've been doing it for a while. You ever find anything crazy on a home inspection?
Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh, I think the biggest thing that we came across, and I know we don't have them down here, is crawl spaces.
Okay.
Crawl spaces up north. You own a house, you really need to pay attention to everything about the house, your house. You should be checking the crawl space. There should be a dehumidifier under there, and we had, so many problems with dampness, mold growing, the insulation falling out. You know, it was one thing after another. That was probably our biggest thing up north that I would have a problem with. But, you know, roofs as well, mold, you know.
Right.
But
Now,
go ahead. I was going to say in the copper plumbing.
Right. Now, it is required if the seller knows of a defect, that they have to disclose it, right?
Right.
But they don't always know.
No.
Especially some people don't spend all year in their house. They split their residence with another place. You don't always know. So, but they have to disclose it if they know, but you don't know what you're walking into. So that is a huge thing that we need to do. Actually, one of the funniest ones I had was on the disclosures. This one was up north, and it was a beautiful house. It was a split foyer, right? So there's a couple of them down here, but up north they're very popular. So they maximize the space by doing a split foyer. And you get double the space by doing it. Right. Now this one was completely redone. The owners had it and redid everything in the house. It was a great house. Problem was, it was on a triple lot, so it was a big piece of property. Oh. It was really nice, and it overlooked the lake. Right, a beautiful water view. Problem was, on the far corner of the property, right on the property line, there was an unmarked cemetery with six grave sites that were, people were buried back in the 1800s. Okay.
This is a unique one.
Oh yeah, it was very unique.
I'm dying to hear this.
So it was, when we went to see it, I was very surprised because my client was very just nervous about the whole thing. So I was surprised that they wanted to put an offer on this house, knowing that it had a cemetery.
So it was disclosed.
It was disclosed. Okay. Yeah, we knew about the cemetery. Okay. So I'll never forget it because it was the funniest thing, because we went under contract, the inspections came back great, and he called me. It was late at night. My phone was off, and he must have called me 6 or 7 times, the husband. And I got the message. It was late at night, like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Next morning, I see the calls, and I call him back. I'm like, hey, what's up? He says, Chris, I need to know, which way are the bodies facing? Like, well, what? That's not really in the disclosure.
Are you supposed to have that answer?
we know that there's people buried there. Right. Okay, that's about all we're gonna get. I don't know how that's relevant, but that was what concerned him. Yeah. And just so you know, there's no way to find out which way they're facing.
Well, there is.
There is, but I don't know if you want to do it.
Yeah, there is. But,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, it was a rather funny thing. We've seen some crazy things over the years, and we deal with them accordingly. That was disclosed, and it is what it is. But there's certain things that aren't disclosed, and then if you find them, you got to deal with them.
Or even, there's one. I had a bank-owned one that my buyers my investors were purchasing, but they did an inspection. They usually, do the home inspection themselves. But when it came to the septic and the well, they had professionally done. Septic fields went out to like a pond in the back, way back. So, So we knew what it was going to take. He knew what it was going to take to, of course, get a new septic put in and everything. So what we did was we just went back and renegotiated. But it was an investor.
Right.
Would that be something that I guess it would just depend on what you could be compensated for.
Well, talk about the foreclosed properties, because I know a lot of people right now are thinking that we're going to get back to that. We may see a few here and there, but it doesn't happen often. But same thing, I was working with an investor, and we had a foreclosed property. And again, with the inspections, right, what is one of the other things? The survey to find out the boundary lines.
Right.
All right.
We've had so many problems.
Oh, yeah. So this one was kind of interesting. So we go under contract. It was a single-family house with a detached garage, all real nice and neat. And we get the survey back. The garage was half on the other property, and the property, it was half on the other property. They only foreclosed on the front half of the property. They didn't foreclose on the back half of the property.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So it was, even though it was owned by the same person, so we couldn't do anything with it. So unfortunately, we had to, walk away from that one.
Wow.
So, but that's why we do these things, folks. It's to keep you guys safe. We're not just trying to get you to spend extra money. It's to keep you safe. And for the little bit of money that it takes to do that, it's a sound way to protect your investment going forward. make sure there's no encroachments, no latent defects or material facts that would affect the property.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's, I mean, inspection companies, they're supposed to be finding those things. So if they don't find them and there is something that, they missed.
Absolutely. And that's why we only partner with the best people out there.
Yep.
Right.
So, but listen, a lot of funny stuff that's out there, but it can be very serious if we don't catch it. We have fun with it because we catch it in time and everything is good. But we got some more stuff we want to talk about, but actually we got to take a quick break. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Not crypto coins, not penny stocks. The best tool to build wealth is still real estate. I'm Chris Nolan of the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Invest today and allow your real estate to provide a future for your family tomorrow. We'll show you the way. Visit mynexthomefinder.com.
You bathe in it. Your kids drink it. You even wash your family's strawberries in it. Your water needs to be pure. Let Affordable Water give you a free quote to make sure you're getting the best water possible.
Affordable water.
Waves Auto Spa, known as Vero's fastest and finest. A car wash known for their quality equipment and attention to detail by a friendly and courteous staff. Waves offers soft cloth technology, and a top-notch detail center will help preserve the value of your car. Waves now offers windshield chip repair, and in most cases, it doesn't cost you a dime. Spend less time and get a better quality experience for you and your car at Waves Auto Spa, US 1 Vero Beach, across from Kmart Plaza. Open 7 days a week.
Dr. Stephen Tate offers the safest and most efficient technique for customized cataract surgery. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. From multifocal lenses that allow for distance and reading vision to toric lenses that correct astigmatism, let New Vision Eye Center guide you safely through your options. For world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast, visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
For those tired of staring at laundry as it piles up, the answer is usually putting it off as long as possible. For most, there's not just another minute to squeeze into a day to get the laundry done. Sunshine Laundries can help. This is Tom Rhodes, owner of Sunshine Laundries, with a reminder that 5 of our locations offer drop-off service. We'll wash, dry, and fold. For locations and hours, we're at sunshinelaundries.com, and with laundromats all along the Treasure Coast.
Hey everybody, glad you're still there, and we're still here and having a great time. I've been talking about some kind of funny stuff that could be serious, but we catch it and all is good. As I said, but if you're just tuning in, we got Heather Lewis here in the studio with us, as well as Matt Fowler, and I'm so glad you guys are here. And obviously, we got Jesse over there behind the controls, making sure we stay on point.
Hey everybody.
So we got a lot of stuff. We were talking about inspections and the things that we find and all that kind of stuff. And Matt, you've been dealing with a lot of this stuff lately, and you're doing a hell of a job. So that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you save these people from making a potentially catastrophic bad decision.
Yep. And what I would like to say also is the inspector that we used here was very thorough.
Yeah,
and made it understanding. So when he was afterwards, it gave a rundown because it was the granddaughter that came out. It was an older couple in Georgia, so they couldn't make it. But the granddaughter's in Florida. She came out and was able to take a conversation with them and did a fantastic job. So, like you were saying, we vet who we use on this, and it was a thorough report that was given afterwards. Made it clear. Pictures, write up, what needs to be done on it, and made an easy decision for the buyers. And really, from our end, there was nothing to have to say.
Yeah. And not every house goes perfect. We've talked people out of buying when it wasn't in their best interest, whether it was financial or in this case an inspection purpose. And we have to do that from time to time. And it's about keeping everybody safe. Again, this is most of the time the biggest purchase people will make in their lives. And that's a lot of responsibility on our part. And that's why whether the people we team with, the people on our team, we make sure that everybody is like mind.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm pretty excited about the way we do things. Obviously, we could have a few more sales on the team if we did other stuff, but we don't. And I sleep well at night because of that.
When you treat your people right, everything will work out.
Yeah. So, and we're doing more and more. And things happen out there. You know, it just is what it is. Houses age and things happen. People try and save some money. We've all been there where, you know, money gets tight and we're trying to get something to last a little longer, and then you forget about it. It is what it is. It's part of the game. But a house is a great investment, and historically they still keep going up in value. And we're helping people, you know, build that value going forward. And I get excited about it. For anybody that doesn't know me, I get excited about it because we get to help people every day.
We do.
Yeah. And we have a lot of stuff. We're getting ready to come into November. We have, Veterans Day coming up. And for most of November, we'll have a lot of different vet groups coming in here because that's what we support the different vet groups. Right. And making
one of our inspectors.
Yeah. He's prior Army, and we team with a lot of veteran-owned organizations. And it really is great because we help to bring a lot of our sales, or all of our sales, actually, part of it goes back towards helping our veterans and first responders with PTSD, and we support those local organizations, and we'll continue to do that. That's one of the things I love about this business is we're able to do that here.
Yeah, and give back, right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where this whole show came about, is to highlight some of the things going on out there that otherwise people just don't know about.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
We have Kevin Klepak with Wounded Waters, and he got out there a long time ago, started fishing, realized it could help different veterans, and he's grown since then. He takes vets out and first responders, to help them with what they're dealing with, and it's amazing how therapeutic being on the water can be.
He was telling me all
being
about
with other fellow vets. It's very hard when you're in a situation. Matt, you were a firefighter. Right. People that haven't been there cannot relate.
Right.
So when I hear somebody, I've had people come up to me, oh, I know what veterans go through. I know what it's like to be a vet. Unless you were there, you don't.
You don't.
Sure. Yeah.
And that, I'll tell you, that's one of the things that if you want to piss off a veteran, that's one of the best ways to do it. So,
I'm good. But no, I don't understand because I'm not a vet, but I can only imagine. So I think it's great.
Well, you're married to one.
Oh, yes, of course.
And you spent your time with him. And you were there when he was on active duty, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so the spouses do serve alongside the veterans. But as a matter of fact, that's one of the cool things. So here in a few weeks, I won't be here. You're going to be hosting the show for us because I'm going out to a conference, and because I just took over as the state squad leader for the military network here in Florida through EXP. So I'm really excited about what we can do and network with all the other veteran realtors and then help a lot of our vets within the community. So I'm excited to see what we can do with that. Amazing. So it'll be pretty neat. So we got a lot of great stuff happening.
Yep.
And coming into the holidays, we got Halloween coming. Are you ready for that?
Oh, man. I can't believe we're in October already.
It's nuts.
Time has just flown this year.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we're not quite there. Yeah, we're not quite there.
Almost, yeah.
So now you got a young kid at home.
Yep, 12.
And are you guys going to be getting dressed up and doing stuff for Halloween?
No, he never does that on there. But we'll find something to do on it. But it's remarkable to me because we were just talking about how fast time goes by, right? When I was a kid, when I was 12, I don't know about you, Chris, Heather, but time was just slow. The school year dragged along, right?
It did.
But he's saying to me, "Boy, look how fast the year has gone by. We're about to enter the fourth quarter already."
Fourth quarter?
Yeah, of the year.
For business.
Of the year.
Not for school. I thought you meant
school.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about school.
Of the year.
What kind of school is this kid going to?
I know.
It's like, I never thought about that when I was a kid. But even as children, they're seeing it now, how it's going.
I remember coming out, my stepson, he was, 10 or 12, and him and his little buddy were having a political conversation. And it was the funniest thing. They were I forget what they were talking about, but they were talking. They had this whole thing going on, and they had been paying attention. So the kids are a lot more educated now.
Yeah.
And social media.
Yeah. And Heather, so you got your kids at home. You guys going to be dressing up and going out and doing silly stuff?
Well, I plan on dressing up this year because we're you're having a Halloween party.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about that. The
gonna be
girls,
coming, Matt?
I'm not sure. Yeah, Matt, are you coming?
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah.
He's amazing.
We gotta get him. Come on, Matt. I'm dressing up.
Yeah.
You've got to come. Chris is probably going to end up with the craziest costume over there, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, actually, it was so funny. Last year, we did it, and I was so caught up with everything. I got right before the party. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't get a costume.
Jeez.
Go as a realtor.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Now, please stop. Do not encourage him. But no, I don't.
He doesn't need encouragement.
No, he does not need any encouragement. But I'm not sure if the girls are or not. I think they'd like to just purchase something.
Okay.
But you won't really catch them out trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 14 and 15.
Yeah. Well, they're all getting more towards the getting cars and all that stuff at this point.
Yeah.
So
Fun. I'd rather buy a costume.
Well, we'll have a lot of stuff going on. We have the new office that'll be opening up.
It looks really good,
yeah,
Matt.
so paint got done today.
Not since the work's been done to it. What you've done.
Yeah,
You
paint
said you got some lighting done also?
Got the lighting done,
Yep.
paint's done. We have flooring starts tomorrow.
Super.
And then I got the trim guys coming in right behind them to finish that stuff up. Furniture gets here next week. It's going to be pretty cool. So, and we'll be doing a bunch of stuff. Obviously, for Halloween, we'll be doing a lot of candy for all the kids and stuff that they want to come in.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to all that.
I'm really excited because it's in a great location too.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, it's right in Miracle Mile. So we'll be there opening our doors on October 3rd. We'll be ready and open, and everybody got to come down and check us out. We'll have some stuff. Kim, Jesse's wife, actually made, I think it was, or maybe it was Arida. The ladies inside, they were made a comment about doing like a popcorn Friday or something like that. So
Popcorn Friday?
Yeah, like every Friday having popcorn for people to come in.
Fine with me.
But yeah, we'll figure something out. I don't know if we want to do popcorn or something similar, but we'll have a lot of stuff and a lot of reasons for people to stop by and just say, hey.
I've got a popcorn machine, a cotton candy machine.
I like it. How about a daiquiri machine?
Oh yeah.
We talked about this.
Yes, that's something that we need.
I do not have one of those.
Yeah, we got to find one of those. Now,
I'll work the floor on those days.
All right.
Yeah.
You just skip right over popcorn and cotton candy and went straight.
Chris went right to the point, you know.
Yeah.
But no, we can have all that, and it's going to be a great place, right in the middle of, right in Miracle Mile, so easy to get to for everybody.
Yes.
And I'm super excited to be able to have everybody out and just enjoy the time there.
Absolutely, me too. I'm looking forward to it. It's coming along really, really well.
Yeah. Actually, it was pretty funny. I got a call from the painters, right? They matched up a wall that I had that I liked, and the painter called me up. She says, hey, listen, you got to get down here and take a look at this. I was like, okay. So I went down there real quick, and I walked in. That's not the color on the other wall that you guys matched it to. It was so ridiculous. It looked like, it was like this baby blue, and it was like a bright baby blue. It was horrible.
It's just wrong.
It looked like it belonged in a nursery. So like, let's go get different paint. We'll do it a little bit different. But it was bad. That's funny. So, but I'm glad that they thought enough to give me a call.
To give you a call instead of you showing up in some.
If I would have showed up and the whole office was like that.
Oh my goodness. We would have had a paint party, wouldn't we?
Oh, we would have. Either that was close. Extra daiquiris.
Yeah. Or a few extra daiquiris. Yeah, I've done that painting before. It doesn't work so well. More paint on the floor than there was on the walls. And myself.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It happens. But yeah, I'm excited about it. And it'll give us a great place so people can come in. We can review things like those inspection reports.
Yes.
We'll have access to all the bigger machines and everything that we need to make sure we put out the best product. And we've been doing a great product, but this will just give us a little bit more that we can do.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited about it.
It's going to be good.
I am too.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time we have.
We're just about out,
All right,
unfortunately.
I was going to say, I wanted to go back to inspections, but I guess we're out of time.
We're going to come back to it. We got plenty of time here and then coming up in the future. And if you guys want to know about inspections and how they work, please give us a call. You can always reach me at cnolan@thenolangroup.com or Heather?
HLewis at thenolangroup.com.
Or Matthew with 2 T's at thenolangroup.com.
Yep. But we got to roll for right now, so give us a yell, and we'll see you soon. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us in your new home. See you soon.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.